there are three components to the knowledge graph. There's the data, which is actually what you want to represent, the instances of facts and dates and things like that. And then there's something called a taxonomy, which is basically a long list of words that describes everything that's important in the space. So it includes concepts like person, teenager, courses, algebra, all those things that I just showed you on the example. And then there's something called an ontology, which comes from the word ontological, which kind of describes how things are in the real world. And this is all about rules, right? So how does this concept of a person relate to this concept of John, right? John is a person. That's a kind of relationship. And the ontology explains that to the machine because it doesn't know, right? We know that, but the machine doesn't. So it's all those rules about what relationships exist and how they can be combined and how they can't. If you are curious to get a little bit more exposure, there's some options online. First of all, you can join KGC. We have a Slack and there's a students channel there. So it's a great place to ask questions. We also do office hours. And like I mentioned, we'll be starting beginners tutorials. But there's also a couple of online open knowledge graphs. So one is Stardog Sandbox. You can actually go here and experiment with data. They already have some loaded in, and it's a good way to kind of understand the graph, move around it, and try to query it, which requires a certain kind of coding language called Sparkle. It's also free to try. And then there's KGBase, which is a no-code option. So you could actually go there and create your own knowledge graph if you have a CSV file, which is basically an Excel spreadsheet. You just upload it and you follow the tutorial steps for setting something up. There's also pre-existing graphs that you can experiment with as well, which is a little bit easier to dive into than the sandbox from Stardog option. So that's basically what knowledge graphs are in a very small nutshell. Like I said, here's my email. You can ask me any questions that you like or let me know that you're interested to learn more. And I really appreciate that you've been here to find out more about this.